we are interrupting the filming here. You know, we're past the hurricane. Now we're coming on to Siesta Key, the island, and there is no less than a 3-foot water line on every single house here. Every single fence line, even some of the new construction that's built up way high. So there's a water line on that fence right there. So yeah, this island is going to be in very bad shape. Here's the back side. That's facing that pool I show here in a minute. This is, you know, all the fences have gone, of course. You can see that the water most likely got somehow as high as underneath that awning to rip that soffit off, which is surprisingly high. It could have been stuff floating through and snagging it, possibly. I don't know, but you know, next door didn't fare too well there. They have a lot of new construction going on. Probably an owner's Jeep left on the property. They'll probably leave it here while they're not here. It floated until it hit a pole. Dent on one side of it there. That'd be done. I don't really know if we can tell how deep it got, because it's definitely over the bumper. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. It's such a new, nice Jeep. It looks clean. So you can see where that water lapped up in that corner there. And they've been doing renovations on the building. So a lot of construction equipment's here. I'm not sure how well all that fared. All right, I'm back at the back of, or front, closest to the main road, Surf and Racket Club, Sarasota here on Siesta Key. And as you can see, the water on the first floor, hard water line at about a foot. And that's pretty high removed off this other foot lower on the road because of the little porch here and then the road. So unfortunately for these units that weren't, you know, there'd be no keeping water from going in them, unfortunately. They had, because there is some water lines on the doors, and these doors are not designed to hold water back by any means. But, you know, we got a bunch of long-term owners' cars parked in these carports, and they actually had quite a bit of, they were all left here. You can see that Mercedes right there with about 1.5 foot water line, maybe a touch more. Some cars covered up, water lines. And unfortunately all these cars parked underneath this carport long term, and that's pretty deep. So here you can see a water line, and you can see that the floor is filled with mulch, so the water did get in even with the doors closed. You know, that Toyota actually floated over to the pole. But yeah, this is where they set at during the storm, and that water unfortunately will seep in. That Tahoe might not even be okay, being really high off the ground. Well, I am down here at on Siesta Key at the Sarasota Surf and Racket Club, and the beach is just beyond the fence over there. And as you can see, the water line, there's actually 2 water lines here. So there's a high one at 5 foot and a low one there at 2 foot. And you can kind of tell that a car like this, you know, floated over here, kind of got pinched. And I guess the owners have opened it up, hoping to air it out. But as you can see, you know, unfortunately under these carports, 4 foot deep or so, it's not going to help these. But yeah, see, there's that water line, almost 5 foot, 4 foot or 5 foot deep, and that's the quick water. And then the standing water was like 2-3 foot deep. So we're gonna work our way through the courtyard here and go towards the beach. But you know, this is just water that seeps in the door. You know, it's higher than that. All right, so this is not going to be a pretty sight. Now, as you can see, these big, tall condo units. You know, I'm not sure if there's damage on the first floor or not, but first look here into the courtyard, it's pretty rough. So I'm going to hit pause, make my way through some of the puddles, and let's see what kind of condition stuff's in here. All right, we've made it back towards, I guess you call it the back of the resort, closest to the beach at Surfside Sarasota Racket Club. And you know, the pool got filled with some stuff, but it's not in the worst shape. The pavers all look pretty good, but you know, let's do this. You know, there's some natural water flow, you know, between buildings, and as you can see, kind of got undermined, and all those bricks, that's how much force was coming through here, pushed all of them back. You know, lifting all these bricks and stacking them up. Even the countertops got floated away there and broken, unfortunately. Some of this is the barbecue pits, but as you can see, they've laid pavers over the old red pavers, and all that's come unglued. Unfortunately, you know, all the picnic tables, which most of those are probably salvageable if they didn't break, they just need to be restacked, which is a ton of work. And then so here's the beach, and as you can see way down there, that's the public beach, the Siesta Key public beach, and they're trying to set up those, I can tell they're moving those lifeguard towers. Yeah, one of them's moving. So we have a pretty flat beach, which is, you know, about normal down here. I wouldn't say this beach is gone by any means. It will sort itself out pretty well here. But yeah, this is you know, it's pretty, and at the same time there's a lot of devastation. There's a lot of work for everybody involved. A lot of people are going to be out of work, so you know, everybody, you know, if you have any way to help anybody, you know, if in need down here, you saw that one, the barbecue pit over there, and now you can see how this one is. These aren't that fancy, but yeah, they may have weathered it okay. Yeah, water's turned off for a lot of the buildings, but there's some water leaking out of the shower cleaner, foot cleaner. Well, I'm not going to film too much more unless something pops up. So, you know, thanks for watching this video. You know, this was going to be my experience at where I live, but that turned out to be a non-event inland, like 15 miles. You know, these people on the Keys and the islands, they really did get hit pretty hard. So, thanks for watching. Bye.